Hello there, Internet. Welcome back to January. Now, it's the 26th of January. What? It's the 26th? You said you were going to... I know. I would have shown you more of January if more had happened in January. Sadly, nothing has happened in January. The entire time has been spent pursuing this young German chap. Feldmayer is the guy, terrifically German name. He's the only player I've looked at and seriously thought, I want. Now, he wants to leave. He wants to obviously come to me because I'm the only team interested. But Hoffenheim want a lot of money. He's 19 years of age. He's only been capped by the German first team 3 times, which I guess at 19 is still pretty good. But I don't know if I'm willing to spend a massive amount of money on him. Now, I've offered 20 million. I've offered 25 million. They want more than that. So it's difficult for me. I don't really know what to do about it. I've been putting bid after bid after bid. He wasn't even my first choice. There's been a selection of wingers that I've been looking at. This guy was my first choice. He was a little bit rawer. Probably going to cost not as much. Again, still a wonder kid. Out for 6 months with a broken leg. So the first choice got injured. The right winger. It's a curse. You may remember a few episodes I mentioned Dragovan Matic, a right-sided player. He was at Liverpool and just ended up going to Leicester, and I missed that, and I never saw that happen. I don't know what happened. It happened, and now he's played 19 games for Leicester. Interesting. So Tobias Feldmayer is the only player now that I have any kind of serious interest in. There is an option actually for me to buy the striker in from last episode, the French lad, Gilles Megna. I could have brought him in earlier, but I don't know. There is an option to buy him now for £2.4 million. The question is, do we really need him in the squad we currently have? Probably not. If I was to sell Kendall Peters, then I think I would bring him in, but I don't think anyone wants Kendall Peters, so that won't be happening. It's an interesting one. He's certainly obviously going to come in the summer. But yeah, we'll leave that for now. And since we last met in the 4-1 defeat to Everton, I mean, that was appalling. We got a 1-0 underwhelming 1-0 win against Wycombe. We then lost, unsurprisingly, to Manchester City 2-1, and then 2 relatively predictable results. 2-0 against QPR, 1-0 against Sunderland. And actually, our form's been pretty good. We're up to 5th. Manchester United recently lost 5-1 to West Brom, so they're struggling. Today we have an FA Cup 4th round game and the game against Hull City, as well as some Premier League chat. As I say, we currently sit in 5th place, but it's very, very close indeed. 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, as well as Everton in 10th, all very close behind. So, yeah, we're certainly not away in clear, and we're not even closing in on West Brom in 4th. So, we're in a bit of a limbo-y stage right now, not really knowing what to do. Transfer-wise, as mentioned, we've got a lot of money to spend. I only really want to bring in a right winger. It's just that it's getting to the point where Jeff Thomas is getting older and he's not as good. As much as we love Jeff Thomas, we have to admit to ourselves that this calibre of player isn't going to take us to the next level. And whereas Peter is slowly improving and is continuing to develop, it's a fitness thing with him. I think we're aware of it. He gets injured far too many times for me to rely on him week in, week out. As a second option, fantastic. And as you can see from all his arrows, he is improving at 23. But how quickly? Is it quick enough? Maybe not. And we have to improve in a big way. I'm prepared to give him to the end of the season. But again, when you've got this much money and you kind of want to spend it, 50 million, we've got 42 in the bank. It gives me the option, of course, in the summer that if we get into Europe, we can go hard. We can maybe attract even better players due to our European standing. So that may be what we do. Anyway, let's talk about that if something happens in the next 4 or 5 days, and let's get into the first game. It's the FA Cup game, and it's a competition I want to do well in. Colchester, the opposition. Let's hope we batter them. We're going full strength. I should say full strength, apart from Casper, who is suspended today. Tielemans is going to come in the middle. Vidal's going to drop a little bit deeper. It's easy enough. We're also going to play with our wingers pushed on today, and hopefully Colchester won't be able to handle it. I think they're in League 1, maybe the Championship. Let's just find out. Colchester are 17th in League 1. We should win. Now, in recent games, I've been watching on Prozone. I won't treat you to it today. I've just been trying to see how our central player, Peter Phillips, interacts with our wingers and how wide our wingers stay. It's been going okay. I've made a few little adjustments. I really want the wingers now to start pushing down the byline more and getting it into Sandoval, and that's going to be our main course of action. It's been working relatively well with some varied success recently, so if we can keep that up as Sandoval goes through, hits it wide, then I think we'll be okay. January. Can we do anything special in late January? Galloway heads it towards... Oh, go on, someone put it in. Well, Ackenbrand almost got it, but not quite. I think is it Ackenbrand or Ankenbrand? Ankenbrand, I think. I quite like German names, I must say. Hence I'm trying to buy a new one. I think as this series goes on, I hate January. I just don't like it. I just don't like being forced to think, shall we spend here? Shall we buy here? I don't know if we've made any January signings that have been sort of game-changing. I feel like every time January comes round, I'm tempted by 3 or 4 players and never actually pull the trigger on any of them. I never like to take the risk of spending the money then and not having that money in the summer and feeling like I'm tied down to this player because I've only had him for 6 months. It's tricky. I do like to spend a lot in the summer, as you saw from last summer. I spent far more then than I ever have in a January. It's just, I don't know, the temptation of January gets the better of me as Peter Phillips wins a free kick. It's very confusing. I've said this for months and weeks and years in the save, but there's too many Peters and there's too many Phillips as the ball's headed out and Phillips is onto it, gives it to Peter, who gives it back to Phillips. I mean, it's confusing. I don't know. I want you to give me an idea of what you think. Would you do as I do? Would you save the money for the summer and hope to attract better players when you get into Europe, or would you spend now knowing that a Champions League spot changes the format of the team completely? It changes what our aims are. It changes what the players we can bring in. What would you do? Do you take the gamble or do you play it a little bit safer, like I seem to be right now? Right, I should say, first half, underwhelming, but we've had a chat, and that's been nice, hasn't it? I just remembered that they're 17th in League One. Can we pick this up, please? We're going to go attacking. We're going to try and hurt them today. Peter with the ball in a confined space, I would say. Ankenbrand, that's how you'd say it. Right. Can we build something from the back? Vidal's on it now. Plays it back to number 4, who is going to switch it all the way across maybe, or go backwards. He's dallying, I'll be honest. Marky Parky's got it now. Plays it out to Galloway, and it looks like we're going to build all the way from the back. We'll stay with this because it's interesting to see how we develop a move. We play it up to Peter Phillips with some instant control. I think he gets tackled out of his feet though, and Sandoval bursts into the area. Oh, he's hit the white beam. It's come out and it's cleared by Colchester, who I think will probably quite like a replay, an away game at a Premier League side. They'll probably quite like that. But I don't want it to happen. I want to beat them. Right, Sandoval's got it about 30 yards out. Lays it off to Peter Phillips, who lovely reverse to Barry. Barry's through on goal almost. Hits the white beam. Goes behind. It's not quite clicking for us right now. I think at this level, we'll make a change. We're going to bring Dozel on instead, and or Dozel. I forget which one's the right one now. We're also going to bring Ferrero on up top, just for a little change. It's not really happening at the moment. 40 minutes or so left to go. Let's try and grab a winner, or more than one winner. Let's get a couple of goals. Okay, trying to work something again. Ferrero's got it, about, again, 30 yards out. Plays it to Vidal. It's very congested. You can see Colchester playing a very defensive formation, and you can't really blame them against the Premier League side. Peter puts the ball in. He finds his friend Barry, and it's 1-0. 60 minutes or so on the clock. Barry gets his second goal of the season. Not a great return, but he does get plenty of assists. And, we find ourselves 1-0 up at last. Oh, ambulances, burger vans. How do you access them, though, when they've built a bloody brick wall? Questions need to be answered. Seriously, anyone at SI watching? Why is it built like that? It doesn't make any sense. Why would you have the ambulances just outside the ground? That's not easy access. I know. I've been near walls. They're not easy to get in or out of unless you are good at climbing, which, I mean, we're taking a different direction here. Okay, we're going to play a little bit more reserved. The final 5 minutes, we'll flick it over to standards and just see this game out. Take the 1-0, see what we get in the draw, and see if we can progress. Last chance of the game. There's just over a minute remaining, and Colchester, as you'd kind of rightly expect, are pushing on for this. I do worry that if they do lose the ball, we can counter, but it looks like they may well get a replay here as Hatch gets the ball in a tight area on this right outside. The delivery had to be good, and Barry intercepts. The clearance, though, haphazard, panicky, just over a minute remaining. Are Colchester going to force themselves a replay? Gordon into Lamont. Oh my word, it's the chance of all chances. I can imagine if I was Colchester in the situation, I'd be going absolutely ballistic. 40 seconds left, you'd assume that was their big chance. Do you know what? It's not over for Colchester. Oh, it is now. Galloway, challenge in, and that should be that. 3, 2, 1, and that's that then. Colchester 0, Salford 1. We've progressed through the FA Cup, not made it easy for us. 2 1-0s against Wycombe and Colchester. Not exactly convincing, but again, in these early rounds of the Cup, you just want to get the win and progress. I think in recent years, I was criticised by it in the comment section. We've taken it a bit soft. We haven't tried as hard as we should have done. We haven't put out the best team we could have done. And this season, with no Europe, why not? We might as well give it a go, right? So, yes, we'll see who we get in the next round. £100,000 in the bank, or there or thereabouts. And let's see who we get. I've been offered this guy, Juventus's Poblet. I think that's how you'd say it. Central midfielder from Juventus. How much is he available for? 9.25. But looking at his stats on this right side, he looks okay. If a player like Vidal left, he's the kind of player I would go after. I don't know. No, he's not amazing, but you figure he'd do a job, right? I've got to stop thinking like that. Got to have a bigger club attitude. Okay, draw for the 5th round. Oh, that was quick. Sheffield United or Hull. Ironically enough, I think we play Hull next. So interesting. Any other big games in there? I think every bigger side got a relatively easy draw. So anyway, we'll play Sheffield United or Hull in the next round of the FA Cup. Probably a game you won't see because, again, we're kind of speeding through the season comparably to previous years. But we have Hull now at the Salford Stadium. I'll see you in just a moment. Very succinct episode today. Enjoying it. If you're enjoying it, drop a like. Let's go for 1,000 today. Why not? And there'll be more later this week. Oh, some news, by the way. Ntobo is leaving for 4.8 million, which is amazing, really, considering his contract runs out at the end of the year. So, thank you very much, CSK Moscow. You just don't know the rules. I think we make a slight loss on Ntobo, but, whatever. When I say a slight loss, 3 million. Probably the biggest waste of money in the entire Salford story, but these things happen. A £3 million transfer doesn't sound as bad as an £8.5 million transfer, and based on the sale, it's more of a £3.3 million amount, so yeah, there you go. And now Corinthians have made a bid for Sergio, a player that I've been looking at for a while. Again, it'd essentially be a Vidal replacement, who has been subject to a bid from Real Madrid recently that I rejected. It was about 31 million, and he's got a million release fee of 70. If they do upwards of 50, he can move on, but I don't know. With a bid gone in for him, should we be looking at this? 6.5 million. They want 10. I guess we'll go to 8. It gives us a better option. Tielemans isn't going to be here for ages. I think this could be a transfer we could make. We've had him well scouted before now, so obviously we're alerted of when someone else puts a bid in. Since it's probably failed to get a work permit, I think that's bollocks. It'd be a leading player for most Barclays Premier League sides. We should make this move. Okay, definitely be in the first team. Long old contract. His current wage is 26,000. We'll go to about 47, 45. We'll start there. We won't put anything else in. We'll suggest the terms and see what he says. Okay, he's gone pretty big already. 4 million signing on fee. We're going to half that completely. Up his agent fee a little bit, to be fair. £75,000 is a lot of money. We want it more around the £55,000 mark. Sell on percentage is pretty big. And to sort of lock this down, we're going to up some of the other bits and pieces. Okay, we're going to offer him some things he won't get, like 25 goals, 850 grand. He's not going to reach that, so we're okay with it. Wages after international appearances, try to sneak that in. I think if he makes 10 more appearances, we'll say 70, and I think that's probably fair. Boom. He's not happy with that. Right, we're going to remove that from the negotiation, and we're going to knock it down to 60 and hope he accepts. Okay, he just upped everything else. This is a nightmare scenario. Okay, we locked in a contract. It's all sorted. Pretty pleased with it. Obviously, he has an offer from Corinthians, so he could go there. Also, a little bit of news about Peter. Okay, I'm going to offer Peter a new contract right now, but I've thought of a plan. Right, he's currently on, if you look at his current contract, 23,000, and he wants 41,000 when I offer him a new one. So we're going to go to about 25,000, lock that in. Obviously, that's not what he wants, but what we'll do is in appearance fees, we're going to up it to around 18,000. A player that gets injured a lot, if we can get him on what he's on about now, obviously he is improving, he is developing. What does he say? No, he said. Actually, he's up to just a little bit, and that's okay. I think that's fine. We'll take that. Improved contract for him. If he plays, he gets a little bit more. Everyone's a winner. Okay, then not the transfer business going on, but back to the games, and Vidal comes back into the starting lineup. Second, Edam's going to play today as well with João Paulo and Ankenbrand at the back. Maki Paki in goal. Casper and Babayev just in front. Vidal, Peter Phillips, Peter on the right, Barry on the left, and Sandoval through the middle. Hull not having a great season, so hopefully a win today. They're down in 11th place, and yeah, we need to keep winning, keep ahead of this little sort of chasing pack, which is Manchester United, Stoke, Reading, Newcastle, and keep up with the likes of West Brom and Tottenham. I mean, it sounds weird. Right, we're going to go for a calm team talk. I just feel like the calm team talk has been working recently, so we'll stick with it. Right then, Hull City, what have you got? Have you got anything capable of beating us? I hope not. Playing with wide players, but not wide players that can really hurt us. Actually, quite a few players in this whole side that exist in real life. Lovren's brother is there, Davor Lovren, Dele Alli, Van den Beek, and Bonazzoli up front. Interesting. So quite an old squad, weirdly. If you bought them now in game, like current real day life, then it'd be quite a cheap, young, exciting squad. But you buy them later in life, and they're all older. By which I mean 2029 in the Salford story. Corner played in. Vidal's there, held by the keeper. Good early start. Minute in, 2 shots, 2 on target. Lovely stuff. Positive signs. Here's another positive sign. Oh, God. Funny. Hashtag comedy. Can we? Yeah, good. Peter, ball in. João Paulo towards the back post. Headed clear. That's sort of the incident where you normally get a penalty. Marky Parky, by the way, in recent games has been saving penalties like nobody's business. As Barry heads down to Sandoval. Oh, it's clinical from Sandoval. The clinical Sandoval does it again. 11th goal of the season, and we're looking good. Salford 1, Hull City 0. And as mentioned, Marky Parky, lots of penalty saves. Hopefully, won't be called upon today. As we watch this in 3 dimensions, Dele Alli gives it away. Piss poor ball, header by Barry, and one touch out of his feet. Sandoval will not miss that sort of shot. Fires into the far corner, and we take the lead. Corner kick for Hull, though, trying to fight back instantly, and Parky can't keep it out. Sanchez scores. I think it was headed on by Bonazzoli, and Jean-Manuel Sanchez with it. Hull back on level terms instantly after we scored our goal. Lovren, you can see here, with the ball in. I think Bonazzoli just heads it on, and it catches us off guard, and Marky Parky should do better, doesn't do better. 1-1. Yeah, big us up and you take it away. Oh, thanks, Premier League. Hull working it nicely, trying to double their goal tally. Lovren, oh my God, what happens? We're going attacking. I'm so angry. This is a team we should be smashing. We shouldn't just be beating. Possession-wise, 61%. We've already had a clear-cut chance. And all of a sudden, from being 1-0 up and cruising, Lovren chips it over Marky Parky and we're 2-1 down. Okay, we're going to fight back here. We're going to win this. It's a corner to Hull. Late in this first half, Marky Parky is going to be called upon. Can he save the penalty? I'm so pissing annoyed. This will put them 3-1 up before half-time, and I'm going to have to ring the changes at half-time because this, frankly, it just isn't good enough. Bonazzoli to take it. Marky Parky has saved another penalty. I mentioned it a moment ago. He saved another one. I dare say he saved about 7 this season. I'm not even joking. In recent memory, he saves penalties for fun. Okay, then. 2-1 down. Plenty of time left. We're going to have to go for a more structured, direct style, I think. This whole pass it, keep the ball nonsense isn't working. So I'm going to say, I'm going to get angry. Aggressive. Where's the passion? I expect to see much more. They look fired up. They look motivated. I so often call for that later in games. So let's hope they can come out in the second half and do the business, because that first half was not good enough. Barry, free kick from distance, shot on goal. Seen this happen before. Peter, there he goes, pops it home. Barry's free kicks just bamboozle goalkeepers. Peter knocks in from close range, and it's 2-2. Back in it, just over half an hour to go, and a win is certainly possible. You can see it. Barry, it's a bizarre free kick that doesn't look to be that threatening, but it's never held by the goalkeeper, and Peter puts in the rebound. Back in the game. Okay, coming forward again, Peter Phillips out to Barry on this left side. Got a few options. Plays it back across towards Peter, but it's cut out, and Bonazzoli just manages to get it away. But we're going to come again. Casper on the ball. Plays it forward to Peter Phillips. He can slide someone through. Barry's there. Shot on goal. The goalkeeper is gone to sleep. I don't know what's happened. Third goal of the season for Barry. Salford 3, Hull City 2. And I said we'd turn it around, and we have. Yes, I'm a little bit surprised. You can see Casper on it, nudges it forward to Peter Phillips, who slides it through to Barry, and first time shot beats the keeper, who just lays on the floor. I'm not complaining though, because we're winning now. And I'm a lot happier all of a sudden. Okay, now the question is, we've brought it back round. The team talk at half-time clearly did the job. Do we make another change? It's kind of going to depend on, or make a change. It's going to depend if we score another goal here. Peter Phillips up towards Sandoval. Headed back, though. Then we come again. Barry, left side, plays it in towards Sandoval, but the defender does very well to get there first. Chips it forward, poorly. Vidal on it now. Out to Peter, and that's cut out. It's been a very scrappy game, this game, so far. And Hull are going to look to bring this away. Can we put a stop to the attack, though, as they try and go down this right-hand side? Lovren, who scored before, into Richards. Mikey Parky's got to make the save and does, and it's headed behind, and we just about stay in the lead. That's a quite interesting game so far. This game in particular has been a highlight for me. It's a fun game. As long as you're winning, it's a fun game. Lose this, and I'm going to start throwing shit. Okay, 15 minutes to go. We're going to come off attacking, go defensive, and look to hold this now. It seems like a bit of a negative thing to do, but at the same time, I don't want to lose. So let's see if we can just hold it off. Right, let's start wasting some time and play a little bit narrower, which is probably a mistake based on what happens out wide normally. What have I just done? If they score from across now, I mean, that is quite literally my fault in so many ways. Why did I decide that? I know what our weak point is, so I instruct our team to play a little bit narrower. The ball's whipped in to the back post and they've scored it. I've literally clicked a button which has enabled them to score. I'm a moron. We've just thrown it away. I mean, we haven't thrown it away. Ben has thrown it away. We remain in 5th place. But what did I just do? I mean, I'm just going to have to calmly say, unlucky it wasn't our night, and try and deflect the fact I've made the mistake. We saved a penalty as well. I'm a moron. Right, let's see if we can wrap this search. Oh, hang on a moment. Sorry. Breaking news. Sandoval's out for 7 weeks. Where's that? Where's the new guy? Right, you're coming in because we haven't really got a choice. 2.3 million. That's that sorted. At least we had the backup plan. Set to sign. Oh, here he is. Who knew? Send him on a language course. Sort it, get him in the team. Apparently he could be a superstar. He's going to start immediately. I mean, there we are. Sorted. Not a problem. Dealt with. Gilles Megna, anyone? Welcome. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, 2 days to go before the transfer window ends. Let's get this Sergio transfer done. And and then we can end the episode. Okay, hopefully Sergio comes in. He's got Oz or Corinthians. We should find out. And a work permit might be a problem. Let's have a little look then. It hasn't happened yet. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. This is almost deadline day now. Do I reveal? Oh, Sergio moved from delay to work permit. Oh, we accepted our deal. Okay, we find out later today if he gets his work permit. That's going to be fun, isn't it? Okay, it's been rejected, so now we have to appeal it. Oh, flipping heck. Okay, we find out later today. Will it be accepted? I mean, it should tell us right now. The work permit has been granted, and he is moving to Salford. Okay, £60,000 a week. It's a big old transfer, but I feel like I may well be planning for the exit of Vidal in the summer. I'm not entirely sure. If we do one more continue, he should be our player now. If we have a look at Sergio, there he is then, a 4-star player added to the team, certainly improves us. The chances are a player like Yuri Tielemans will be moved on at this point because although he's still 32, he's still got a little bit to offer. He's not quite of the calibre of a player I'm looking for to play the midfield role that Vidal currently plays. So Sergio comes in, we'll get him registered, and that brings us to the end of the episode. Right then, if you've enjoyed today's January, we've played a couple of games, we've made a couple of signings, then let me know in the comments. Well, I mean, yeah, that's not usually what I say. I've changed the outro. What's going on here? If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. And if you, I've screwed this up, we'll just end it, shall we? With love, with care, from me, that's Benji. Until next time, I'll see you again very soon. I've bottled the outro. I've bottled the game against Hull. And, I love you. Goodbye. Just going to wave and say I love you, and hopefully that makes everything okay.